In October 1783, Joseph Unschneider, a lawyer who had left the Illuminati in August of that year, presented to Bavarian Duchess Maria Anna a document which detailed all of the activities of the Order of the Illuminati. On June 22nd, 1784, the Illuminati was outlawed by the edict of the Duke, Karl Theodor Dahlberg, the Elector of Bavaria, after discovering that the goals of the Illuminati were, quote, to, quote, in time rule the world by overthrowing all civil government. On March 2nd, 1785, Dahlberg issued a proclamation identifying the Illuminati as a branch of Freemasonry. I would say it had just infiltrated all of Freemasonry. The government of Bavaria began a war against the Order of the Illuminati and initiated judicial inquiries. In an attempt to preserve the secrecy of their motives, the Illuminati's Areopagite, or ruling council, burned many of their documents. However, the Bavarian government was able to seize many of their papers upon the raiding of their lodges. On September 9th, 1785, three more ex-members of the Bavarian Illuminati, Cassandi, Grunberger, and Renner, I was not able to locate their first names, appeared before a Bavarian court of inquiry, where they supplied Illuminati membership lists and revealed their aims and goals to be these 6 general agendas. Number 1, the abolition of the monarchy. Number 2, the abolition of private property. Number 3, the abolition of inheritance. Does this sound familiar? Number 4, the abolition of patriotism. Number 5, the abolition of the family through the abolition of marriage, morality, and the institution of communal education for children. I don't know, that sounds like I heard that somewhere else earlier. I just can't put my finger on it. And finally, 6, the abolition of all religion. The purposes of these 6 points of abolition were to divide humanity politically, socially, and economically, and to weaken countries, to create an international one-world government with the centralization of all political power. That is what communism ultimately is, ladies and gentlemen. Weishaupt was preparing to set his plans into motion for the French Revolution, which was planned for 1789. In July of 1785, he instructed Bavarian lawyer and one of the Illuminati's most prominent leaders, Xavier Zwack, to put their plans into book form. Zwack's document contained a history of the Illuminati and many of their ideas for expansion and future endeavors. A copy was sent to carrier Jacob Lance to Illuminati members in Paris and Prussia. But after leaving Frankfurt on horseback, Lance was struck by lightning and killed, and authorities found the document and turned it over to the Bavarian government. Zwack's house was searched by the police in October 1785, and his papers were seized. Documents, papers, and correspondences were discovered, including over 200 letters written between Weishaupt and other members of the Areopagite, which dealt with Illuminati matters of the highest secrecy. The following year, more information was seized from the houses of other Illuminati members, which contained their secret codes and symbols, calendar timetables, geographic locations, insignias, ceremonies of initiation, recruiting instructions, statutes, a partial roster of members, and nearly 130 official seals from the government, which were used to counterfeit state documents. In 1786, the government of Bavaria gathered all of the confiscated documents and published them in a book called The Original Writings of the Order and Sect of the Illuminati, which was circulated to every government and every crowned head in Europe, including France, to warn them of the impending danger, which was just getting ready to come down on France in the form of the French Revolution. Leaders of the Illuminati were arrested and interrogated. However, these revelations and the publication of their documents did little to alert the public because of their unbelievable claims. of how deeply they were entrenched in all of European society. On November 15th, 1790, Duke d'Alberg issued another edict whereby anyone found to be an active member of the Illuminati was to be put to death. In subsequent years, the group was vilified by conservative and religious critics who claimed that the Illuminati continued to operate in secret and were ultimately responsible for the French Revolution. Weishaupt himself wrote that, quote, "The great care of the Illuminati after the publication of their secret writings was to persuade the whole of Germany that the order no longer existed." Describing future plans for the order, Weishaupt wrote, quote, "By this plan we shall direct all mankind. Occupations must be allotted and contrived, that we may, in secret, influence all political transactions. To hide their subversive activities, the highest members of the Order of the Illuminati began to masquerade as humanitarians and philanthropists." The order eventually moved their headquarters to London, where it began to grow yet again. Weishaupt told Illuminati members to infiltrate the blue lodges of Freemasonry and to form secret circles within them. Only Freemasons who proved themselves as internationalists, what we now refer to as globalists, and those who were also atheists would be initiated into future incarnations of the Order of the Illuminati. By 1787, the Illuminati had secretly spread to France by French revolutionary leader Gabriel Mirabeau. Mirabeau introduced Illuminati principles at the Paris Masonic Lodge of Reunited Friends, which later became the Philhellenes, searchers after truth, again another name that theosophists have called themselves. Noted members of the French Illuminati lodges included the Marquis of Girondin, the Count of Saint-Germain, Count Alessandro Cagliostro, and Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. The Marquis de Luchet wrote in his essay on the sect of the Illuminati in January 1789, quote, listen to this quote, "Deluded people, you must understand that there exists a conspiracy in favor of despotism and against liberty, of incapacity against talent, of vice against virtue, of ignorance against light. Every species of error which afflicts the earth, every half-baked idea, every invention of the mind serves to fit the doctrines of the Illuminati. Their aim is universal domination," end quote. The Illuminati eventually infiltrated 266 Masonic lodges in France alone by 1789. Many French revolutionary leaders joined their ranks, including Maximilien Robespierre, who was alleged to have been chosen leader of the French Revolution by Adam Weishaupt himself. In April 1789, the Order of the Illuminati had infiltrated French Masonic lodges to such an extent that they had ceased operation and instead rallied under the name the French Revolutionary Club. When they needed a larger meeting place, they used the hall of the Jacobins Convent, again, the Jacobin Society. They essentially merged with them. This revolutionary group of 1,300 people emerged on July 14th, 1789, as the Jacobin Club. The Illuminati controlled the Jacobin Club and were directly responsible for fomenting the activities which developed into the French Revolution. So we're full circle. The Illuminati's revolutionary plan in France called for the population to be reduced by 1/3 to 1/2 to ensure the stability of the new French Republic. Population reduction. Eugenics. The total death toll of the French Revolution was over 1 million people. In August 1792, after the overthrow of the government, the tricolored banner was replaced by the red flag of social revolution. After the death of Adam Weishaupt on November 18, 1830, the Italian revolutionary leader Giuseppe Mazzini was eventually appointed head of the Illuminati. Mazzini had established